So this video is important to me, and it's personal because I am someone who develops games on iOS and Android, and it deals with Apple Arcade. And we're talking about this because no one else is really talking about this right now. Hopefully that's just because it's a weekend and we're going to be talking about it pretty soon, before all these games get removed and what's the answer to this and what's going on. But today we got the news they're going to start removing games off of their service, which is important to note because of these three things. One, it's exclusive to subscription services, the Apple subscription service. So you're not going to get these games on Game Pass, you're not going to get these games on PlayStation Premium. The second thing was no Android. We're not going to put these games on Android. Now, they said other mobile platforms, but like, what are they talking about? Some of these games are on Switch, some of these games are on the Steam Deck. You're really just talking about Android here. Let's not beat around the bush. You're talking about Android specifically. The third thing, which is the biggest point and the biggest problem I had, is that you're not allowed to buy these games. These games are not available for sale. They're only available through the Apple subscription service, so you can only get them through Apple Arcade. You're not allowed to buy the games. Here we are 3 years later, and now these games are leaving the service, which begs the question. Some of these games have been updated approximately 2 months ago, which is really, like a fast turnaround to go from, hey, we updated this game to this game's no longer going to be available on the service. So I hope what the idea is that these games are going to be now available for purchase. Is that what they're alluding at? Like, now you can actually buy these games? Maybe. Or maybe these games are gone forever. I don't think that would be the case. That'd be really weird to just update a game and then be like, well, I guess that's it. You can play for 2 months and it's gone. Because by August 1st, I think a lot of these games that they listed, there's about 15 games that they listed. I think those games are leaving the service at that point. The thing is, you don't really own your games. And I know you don't own your games because I don't own my games. And I make my games, which is the dumbest thing. It's why I have this thing called RevPass. RevPass, if you didn't know, which most people don't, is this service that I have where you can just pay one fee. It's not a subscription. You pay one fee, you pay for the pass, you get all the games from now to the end of 2023 that I make, and you have the ability to download these games from my website. So you have the access to the files. So even if the servers go down and like the whole website's down, you still have access to the files that you downloaded. You own your games. You don't own your games with Arcade, you don't own your games with Google Play, you own your games with RevPass, and that's why I keep talking about it. But it's only available on Android because I'm not allowed to do that on iOS. As the developer of my own games, based on however Apple feels, sometimes you can lose access to it. And sometimes it's for the dumbest reasons of why you lose access to your games. So I have lost access to my own games multiple times, whether that's because it gets banned by Apple, or whether that's because they just refuse to allow me to update it. I have lost access to some of my games. And here's the thing, if you don't download your own games from the App Store, you do not have access to it on your device. You are on a time limit. When I have the files to my games, I am only allowed to use them for a week if they're not on the App Store. After that, it's gone. And that's a thing that sucks. I've lost access not once, but twice, which is just unbelievable, but that's just the truth. That's not something people will tell you, because if you talk about it, then they can just ban you from the App Store because you're talking about it, which I've had in the past. I've had games banned for talking about it. That's the video for today. You don't own your games. You didn't own your games anyways, a subscription service, but hopefully we can get a response, and hopefully people will talk about this, because I can't be the only one to talk about this. But if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and I'll see you next time.